Yep.
Good evening. Tonight around 7 o'clock p.m. we got called out to a disturbance here in the 300 block of Maple. We responded out. There was a pizza delivery person that had witnessed a disturbance between a male and a female. He had heard a gunshot, at which time he didn't actually see a gun. He just heard the shot. He saw a suspect that was dragging a female. He left the area, fled the area, and called the police. We responded out there. There was a little bit of a miscommunication initially. We were able to determine at this point in time that we have unfortunately, we have a female that's deceased from a gunshot wound, and we have the possible suspect who we feel strongly is the suspect barricaded in a residence right here on the street. So we have the house surrounded. Very confident that he's in that house from the evidence we're seeing movement, and we actually made eye contact with him. I can't release his name right now. Investigation's ongoing and active, but I can tell you this: there's no threat to the community here. It's safe. We have, probably 25 police officers out here surrounding the perimeter. We have the helicopter up, and I feel quite confident we'll be able to resolve this situation very shortly. So,
does he have a gun?
Well, the victim was shot with a gun, yes. So nobody saw the weapon, but I can tell you, we're assuming he has a weapon, and he's a threat, but he's barricaded inside a house at this point in time. So time is on our side. There's no need to rush. We're going to open up negotiations with hostile negotiators. We have our SWAT team here on the perimeter. We're evacuating some of the houses around the house with the suspects in, just for the sake, just an extra layer of precaution and safety. But I feel very confident that there's absolutely no threat to the community here at this point in time. We have it contained, and I feel very confident that we'll get a resolution here very soon, and we'll move from there. But we're in no rush to be, we got time's on our side now. We're controlling the situation. Unfortunately, we have a victim that's deceased, but we feel very comfortable. We have a suspect that's in the house barricaded. So we'll go through our tactics and our techniques, and we'll just work it, and we'll see what happens.
Do they live together?
That I don't know. At this point in time. I don't know if it's domestic or not at this point in time. I know we have a female deceased and a male suspect that allegedly did the shooting. Nobody saw a gun. They heard a gunshot. The victim does have a gunshot, and we know that he's barricaded. The suspect is barricaded inside a house here, and we haven't opened up lines of dialogue or communication yet. We're just waiting for some of our other resources to get here, our assets, and then we'll move in and we'll start trying to get dialogue, and we'll negotiate and try to get a peaceful surrender. We'll go from there.
Nobody else in the house, right?
We don't know. At this point in time, we don't think there's anybody else in the house. We only saw one person in the house. We haven't talked to him yet. But my officers did make eye contact with him, saw him when he ran inside. So I feel very comfortable that, we had units already in the area that surrounded the house. I don't think he got out. I'm almost positive, because after the perimeter was set up, we still saw him moving in the house, but he didn't get out that house. Our guys are trained really good. Sometimes in law enforcement, police work, you run to the bad guy. Our guys are so trained and disciplined that they know everybody's need to go to the scene. You need to start getting up on perimeters, locking down streets, and they just went to the game plan, did all that. And before you know it, we had the house surrounded as we're making contact with the suspect. So when he does go in the house, he doesn't have a chance to get out that back door and be a threat to the neighborhood. At this point in time, it's the safety of the community, and then getting resolution for the victim here, getting this case resolved, and hopefully a peaceful ending. That's what we're hoping for.
I know it's early, but are you identifying the victim yet?
I can't do that right now at this point in time. We're really in the early stages of this investigation. 7 o'clock, it's now about 9:30, so that's in the scheme. It's really not a lot of time. We're really just getting into this, and I can't release much. I know you were sitting here, and I don't want you guys waiting all night. We'll do a press release when we get this resolved. You're more than welcome to stay here. I just don't know. It could be an hour. It could be 12 hours. We're really in no rush for the safety of my officers to go in there and get somebody that's armed with a gun when we have containment, and we have a suspect that we have, and we have the advantage now. So now time is on our side. There's no need to go rushing in there and escalate the situation that doesn't need to be escalated at this point in time.
And where on the property was she found? Backyard, side yard?
I believe it was just to the north of the residence on the side. It's a little bit of a wooded area.
And could you just reiterate the process of the shooting? It happened inside the home, or where?
I don't know. It appears it was outside. It appears from over here. Nobody saw the actual gunshot at this point in time. We do have the pizza delivery guy that actually heard the shot and saw the suspect dragging the female, so I would say it happened outside. But like I said, we got to investigate this, and it's gonna take some time.
What kind of house is that? Some kind of like boarding house, low-income housing there?
Somebody said it was a boarding house. I don't know. I haven't confirmed that. That's what people are saying down there. They said the house where it happened in front of was a boarding house. Our suspect is in the house to the north of that location. I don't know the relationship between the suspect and the victim. The only thing I can tell you right now is we have a suspect that's barricaded himself inside a residence. We have that residence surrounded, and we're going to open up negotiations with him, try to get him to come out and surrender and talk to us, and then we'll go from there. It's unfortunate what happened to the victim, and we just want to, right now, get the suspect #1 off the streets and in custody, so the community is definitely safe. I can say right now, there's no potential there's nobody running around here with a gun. If that's what we'll put that out. We have him contained. We're very comfortable with that. So now becomes the process of these cases take some time. You got to make sure right now there's no rush to rush in here at this point in time. We want to do everything right, slow, methodical, deliberate, get a peaceful resolution, process evidence, move on. So when we could get when we get this suspect in custody and it comes time to go to court, we have a really good case at this point in time, so we can get closure for the family. And that's my main goal right now, is the safety of my officers, and then go through the process.
Do you know anything about him, the suspect?
No. Very little. I can't give that out. I mean, I don't know him. I don't know him. But I feel comfortable. These situations, they can go quick or they can go short. Quick or be dragged out. Officer safety and the safety of the community is paramount at this point in time. So time is on our side. We'll just wait as long as we have to wait. I don't put a price on anybody's safety. #1, my officers. We're all going home tonight, that's for sure. And we want our community safe too. So we're going to stay here till we can make sure we get this suspect in custody and get him off the streets and get things back to the way it was before that unfortunate incident that happened.
Thank you.
Okay,